Welcome back to Rod Reacts. Rod reacts everything in India, so hopefully you're having a good, positive day. If you are, let me know down below. If you're new to the channel, let me know what part of India or wherever in the world you are. Let me know down below. For now, we're going to check out Nehru's speech on Gandhi's death. Light has gone out. And Nehru, if I'm saying that correct, if I'm not, I apologize. He was the first Prime Minister of India, that's what I learned. And we all have heard of Gandhi, I think. Gandhi, he was many things, you know. He was a politician, he was somebody that fought against the British. I do believe he's known for doing it in a peaceful way. He may be an author, I think. He's just a lot of things. So much, you know, so many things I forgot all what he is. But he was a well-respected person back in the time. Very important to India. Very, very important. So we're going to check out and see what the Prime Minister has to say in a speech about Gandhi's death. Like I said, it's titled, Light Has Gone Out. Let's check it out.
And comrades, the light has gone out of our lives, and there is darkness everywhere.
That's sad.
And I do not quite know what to tell you and how to say it. Our beloved leader, Bapu as we called him, the father of the nation, is no more. Perhaps I am wrong to say that. Nevertheless, we will not see him again as we have seen him for these many years. We will not run to him for advice and seek solace from him. And that is a terrible blow.
You can tell how well the Prime Minister respected him. And I know Gandhi was assassinated, but I don't remember who assassinated him. And obviously we know why, because they didn't believe what Gandhi believed. But I'm not real sure who assassinated him or if they ever got caught. I don't know the story that well, so fill me in on that.
Not to me only, but to millions and millions in this country. And it is a little difficult to soften the blow by any advice that I or anyone else can give you. The light has gone out, I said, and yet I was wrong, for the light that shone in this country was no ordinary light. The light that has illumined this country for these many years will illumine this country.
And I agree, the light is not out. Even today, without Gandhi, India wouldn't be India today. It would be different. It just would, because he had that big an impact on India. So yeah, you know, maybe the light went out for his body and, you know, the physical being, but for what he did and what he means to India and the things that he achieved, the light is not out.
For many more years and 1,000 years later, that light will still be seen in this country, and the world will see it, and it will give solace to innumerable hearts. For that light represented something more than the immediate present. It represented the living truth. And the eternal man was with us with his eternal truths, reminding us of the right path, drawing us from error, taking this ancient country to freedom. All this has happened. There's so much more to do. There was so much more for him. We could never, of course, do away with him. We could never think that he was unnecessary or that he had done his task.
Right, and you know, at the very least, you know, he did get assassinated, which is super terrible, super horrible, very sad moment, not only for you know, India's history, but the world's history. But he laid a path. He laid knowledge down. He laid knowledge down for people to pick up what he believed in and what he wanted and the ideas he had, and these people can carry on, you know, Gandhi's dream. So, you know, that's important. And we all die, we all perish, we all leave our bodies one day. It's what we do. We have to die. That's just how we were built. So, you know, he got assassinated, but I guess it was his time. But he laid a legacy down. He surely did.
But now, particularly when we are faced with so many difficulties, his not being with us is a blow most terrible to bear.
It is.
A madman has put an end to his life, for I can only call him mad who did it. And yet there has been enough of poison spread in this country during the past years and months, and this poison has had effect on people's minds. We must face this poison, we must root out this poison, and we must face all the perils that encompass us, and face them not madly or badly, but rather in the way that our beloved teacher taught us to face them. The first thing to remember now is that no one of us dare misbehave because we are angry.
And that's so hard to do. You know, when people are throwing anger at you, people are willing to murder you, to assassinate you, and yet the very person that wants you to fight this in a peaceful way succumb to a deadly demise, you know. And that kind of reminds me of last year when the United States was being all crazy and we had this Black Lives Matter stuff going on, and there was riots and killings and burnings and stuff. You know, if you truly believe you've been wrong, that's not the way to do it. You know, the BML people, they should have looked towards Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King was kind of like Gandhi. He did things in a peaceful way, and he got things done, you know. So, I mean, it's really hard to do it in a peaceful way, but it's the way to be done. You can be loud, but you can be mellow at the same time, I do believe.
We have to behave like strong, determined people, determined to face all the perils that surround us, determined to carry out the mandate that our great teacher and our great leader has given us, remembering always that if, as I verily believe, his spirit looks upon us and sees us, nothing would displease us so much as to see that we have indulged in unseemly behavior or in violence. So we must not do that. But that does not mean that we should be weak, but rather that we should struggle, we should in strength and in unity.
Yes, and unity is a big part of it. A divided people is a weak people. A united people is a strong people. And the more united you are, the louder you are, the more you are recognized, the more you are noticed. So we got to be united. That's a very important part of the speech. You've got to be united.
All the troubles that are in front of us, unity, I said, we must hold together, and all our petty troubles and difficulties and conflicts must be ended in the face of this great disaster. That great disaster is a symbol to us to remember of the big things of life and to forget the small things. We have thought too much of the small things. Now the time has come again, as in his life, in his death, he has reminded us of the big things of life, the living truth. And if we remember that, then it will be well with us and well with India. May I now tell you the program for tomorrow? It was proposed by some friends that Mahatma Ji's body should be embalmed for a few days to enable millions of people to pay their last homage to him. But it was his wish, repeatedly expressed, that no such thing should happen, that this...
And that's awesome, I think, that it was his wish that he did not want that to happen, because he didn't personally want to be bigger than what the problem was, I think. He didn't want even a few days of, you know, for people to take their eyes off the problem and put them on him. I don't think he wanted that. I think he wanted it to move forward, you know. He did his duty. He did his thing. Hopefully he gave a whole lot of karma for this, right? I'm sure he did, and he wanted the mission to continue. I think he didn't want the pause in it. He didn't want to be held up over the problem.
Should not be done, that he was entirely opposed to any embalming of his body, and so we decided that we must follow his wishes in this matter. however much others might have wished otherwise. And so the cremation will take place tomorrow in Delhi city by the side of the Jamna river. Tomorrow morning, or rather forenoon, at about 11:30, the bier will be taken out of Birla House. It will follow a prescribed route and go to the Jamna river. The cremation will take place there at about 4 p.m. The exact place and route will be announced by radio and the press. People in Delhi who wish to pay their last homage will gather along this route. I would not advise them to come, too many of them, to Birla House, but rather to gather on both sides of this long route.
He said he don't advise too many to come. Look at the images in the video. Look how many people there was. Look how many people that respected it. Look how many people that wanted what his heart wanted, what his heart desired. Look at it. That's a lot of people.
From Birla House to the Jamna River. And I trust that they will remain there in silence without any demonstrations. That is the best way and the most fitting way to pay homage to this great soul. Also tomorrow should be a day of fasting and prayer for all of us. Those who live elsewhere out of Delhi in other parts of India will no doubt wish also to take such part as they can in this last homage. For them also, let this be a day of fasting and prayer, and at the appointed time of cremation, that is 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, people should go to the river or to the sea and offer prayers there.
This is super sad. Super sad.
While we pray, the greatest prayer that we can offer is to pledge ourselves to dedicate, take the pledge to dedicate ourselves to the truth and to the cause for which this great countryman of ours lived and for which he has died. That is the best prayer that we can offer him.
I mean, yeah, he gave the ultimate price for what he believed in, what his life work was, and he gave his life. Like he said, to a madman. And I'm not sure who did it. I'm sure you guys will help me out to figure out if they actually caught this guy that shot him. But what a terrible, terrible time.
That is the best prayer that we can offer to India and ourselves. Jai Hind.
That's the end of the speech. I don't like this Prime Minister. I reacted to another one of his speeches when India gained its independence and became actually India, the country. Seems like a wise man, a smart man, a man that cared for India, a man that, you know, wanted great things for India. And obviously Gandhi wanted great things for India too, and he paid the ultimate price. But, you know, I need to do more videos on Gandhi because I know limited knowledge about him. I don't know too much about him, and I desire to learn more about him. So if you have any good Gandhi videos for me to react to, definitely comment down below and let me know, and I'll try to get to them. But very well put together speech. Feel honored to watch it. It's vital history world, you know, and a lot of times the good guys, you know, get assassinated. It's just a shame. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Those are my feelings. Those are my reactions. What are yours? Comment down below. Hopefully you enjoyed the reaction. And stay positive always. And I'll see you next time.